Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast with Seth Skinner and Jake Jones.
Hey guys, it's Seth from Clear Shots. Today we got Christian on the show for the second time. Please enjoy.
Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot.
All right, and we are back. Wes just left, and he was right. I mean, I've still got cum, piss, and shit on the mind, but we're not gonna do that. Not today. Not now. Not ever again.
Yeah,
probably later in the episode. I did open up a couple of porn articles to read the comments again.
Anything good?
No, not yet. I didn't look at them. I mean, I was saving them because I was going to watch them.
There's not anything good. It's all bad.
It's
just a matter of if it's funny or not.
Riley Reed making my sweet, horny stepsister my personal slut. My guy for real out here on a Samsung S3 still getting pussy. Mad props, homie. Yeah.
Well, what I was thinking when you guys were talking about that was like, obviously there's different like segments to entertainment industries, whatever. Specifically when you guys were talking about those cum martinis, like a normal person's perversions are limited to mostly just watching porn and stuff like that, but you gotta be kind of specially fucked up to stand in a room with like 5 other guys.
Yeah.
And people are videoing you with
That's
one girl.
That's a lot of the guys that like have to cut.
To even get yourself to that point.
To fire up. Yeah.
Has to be like,
You
have to be some special kind of like.
Or they have supplements, you know.
That's possible. They have fluffers.
Yeah, like cock rings or whatever, you know.
Keep them going.
Do those work? Like, I never tried that.
Yeah, they do.
But to be presented in that situation
They're
where
pretty
like
great.
you're like if you were ever to actually do a porno, you know what I mean? Like
it sounds.
Say that you get girls over here to do this. Like say this is what your agenda was as Clear Shots. It's just
clear cum shots. Actually, clear shots be good. We just drink a lot of water.
Right. But that's what we were doing in their room. Like, don't you feel like that'd be fucking weird?
No.
You don't?
Depends. What kind of porn are we doing? Like high quality, like porn star type shit? Or are we doing like amateur swiggo chicks?
Yeah. Well,
and if it's a swiggo chicks, like, you know what kind of girls you're going to be getting.
Yeah. Well, he's talking like a group thing, you know, like a gangbang.
A bang gang.
Yeah. Like I don't know. That's. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, I guess. So
no,
it doesn't seem like something real people do. Like it's obviously it happens, and there's like a amazing amount of people that do it. Yeah.
Like a 7-on-1, like a
where are these
match,
people?
I remember there was a gangbang when we were in high school, involving a certain fucking mega skank that I think was in your grade.
Those are about the only ones that'll do it, right?
The ones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Had a kid immediately after high school, and the father dipped out.
Was it immediately after high school? Oh, I don't know. Want to whisper it?
Yeah. Wait, let's turn our mics off, and I'll say it.
How do you do that?
Flip the switch.
Yeah, I clicked it. Flip the switch. All of them? Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, wow.
I feel like the camera's still gonna pick that up. You said it wicked
we
loud.
cut the camera audio.
We cut the camera audio.
Oh, you
out.
do?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
Someone's gonna read your lips though.
I just remember it was like after it was either after a football game or after a lacrosse game.
Yeah.
And it was after homecoming. That's what it was.
It was a lax.
And there was a lot.
Now I remember that.
Yeah, and like,
I remember hearing about
just hearing that at this party, these people or this one kid that I knew was telling me, he's like, yeah, I went upstairs because they told me that that's where everybody was like smoking weed and stuff, and I opened the door and she was just getting railed out by like 4 guys on the team, and I'm like, that makes sense.
You could have joined, right? Probably.
Probably.
I mean, tag in or whatever.
I need a ride home.
Are there rules though? Do you have to like tag in and out? Like, do you get a time limit thing?
I want to know how a gangbang gets started at a party. Like that. Like, how do you think that started? You know what I mean?
It's probably like it starts with a look.
It starts with alcohol. Definitely. That girl, like,
I don't know. Too. Like, I feel like you don't ask. Like, it's not like a agreed upon thing. It just like it's like a spontaneous.
Do you think there's
thing,
money involved? Like, hey, well, I'll give you 50.
That changes it completely.
Oh yeah, it makes it way more illegal.
Yeah.
It makes it illegal.
It makes it. Yeah, it puts it over.
Like, hey, well, I'll give you $50 if you let us run a train.
But
yeah, $50 is,
you know.
But if they film it, then it's.
$50 is a good $50 split like 7 ways is a steal.
Yeah, and her pussy at least split 7 ways by the end of it.
That's filthy.
That's the thing is like if they're big enough slut, it's like they're gonna fit like
and she was
a couple in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was just talking about this the other day, and I don't want to get into society and all that, but like.
Gamers rise up.
I forgot. I watched something where like girls get a harder rep for fucking people.
Oh yeah.
And like even like the way women are portrayed, like if a girl like is like smoking cigarettes and like drinking and fucking guys and partying and shit,
then she's trash.
She's a trash ball. Yeah. But if a guy does it, then he's like a rock star.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a slut, and then if you're a dude, it's like you're the shit.
Like part of it too, I think, is like it's not guys, like they have part of it, obviously, but like girls are more apt to call other girls sluts. Where guys, like if you were to find out that I or whoever was to fuck a bunch of girls, like you'd be like, oh, sweet, good job.
Yeah.
Like, well, another girl would be like, look at this fucking.
Whore.
This fucking whore.
Wait, did you hear that Stephanie fucked 3 guys during Harborfest?
I think that
so
drives.
Well, it's like that's the thing.
But then it's like, yo, dude, Tommy fucked like 3 chicks Friday night. Like that's fucking. Like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. It's like
everybody.
It's like women are calling each other sluts.
So yeah, that's not the only thing that drives that perception, but it's.
I think women just like to talk shit anyway. You know.
It doesn't always have to be about that. Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't think that it's good for anybody to be fucking like 1 million people.
No.
You know what I mean? But
no.
That's to each their own too. People got to learn to get out of fucking each other's business.
It's just a like a fantasy, basically, is what it is.
And we live in a small town too, which makes it difficult for anybody to have a personal life.
I think, yeah.
Like that's why
we broadcast ours.
And I love being here. But like since I moved, like I never realized how much privacy you have when like you live in a big city because nobody fucking knows you and nobody gives a fuck about you. So like I can go to the bar on a Saturday night with like 5 people that I wanted to go with, and I'll spend the entire night with those people. Where if I go to a bar, like if I come home for the fucking weekend and I go down to like Old City, like I have fucking 900 fucking people that I haven't seen in like 4 or 5 months, so I have to go and fucking make like I want to talk to those fucking people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what it's like.
Like if you're in New York City, it's like you don't know any of these people that are walking around, and even if you like hang out with them for a couple hours, you're probably never gonna see them again.
Like, there are people here that I want to see. Like, if I was to run into like all my old friends, like you guys and like Wes and all of them down at the bar, like that's different. But then there's people that like
the fringers,
right? The ones that like I never really had much. Like maybe I spent a couple like months like hanging out with them. You know what I mean? But then you got to make up some bullshit story. Or just talk about it, and then anybody knows who you are.
It's always the same
and like what you've done in your past and shit.
It's always like, oh hey, what are you doing now? Where do you live?
And it's just like it's useless, like a waste of time.
Yeah, it's not really anything.
Or my favorite line from people I haven't seen in a long time at the bars: "Hey, can I bum a cigarette?"
Yeah.
Jesse, what's up, dude?
Can I get $1?
Is he listening?
Can I get $1 and a cigarette?
Oh no, my God! Nah, we love you, Jesse.
No, but yeah, I mean,
No, my favorite is when that'll happen. I'll be like, "Oh, I don't smoke anymore," and they're like,
"Yeah, why are you?
What? You don't smoke weed anymore?" I'm like, "No, I don't. No."
Yeah. What year is it right now? How old am I again?
When did 300 come out?
Yeah. I feel like that's a thing now. Like people grow out of weed. I feel like that didn't happen as much back in the day. Like I feel like a lot of the people who grew up with it in the 70s like still probably do it.
Yeah.
Even if it's like occasional. I feel like a lot of kids, like a lot of people of our age,
weed's too strong for me, dude.
A lot of people that we
That's
used
the thing
to
is,
smoke with
weed
don't anymore.
Yeah. Well, weed got way stronger.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much. I like being able to smoke a bowl and just be a little high for a few hours. But now it's like you touch it and you are on another planet. Yeah. Like
it's way hyper fucking aggressive now. And it's because people keep smoking it. Like there's those daily smokers that just do it all day, and then they get that tolerance, and they can't really get that high anymore. So they just keep up.
That's the other thing too. Is I'll smoke if I hang like certain people, if I see them, I'll smoke with them. But most of the time, if I'm at a party,
yeah.
But if I'm at like hanging out with a couple people,
yes, it's definitely like. It's
got to be an occasional thing.
Yeah.
Because then you can get that high and
not be paranoid about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the killer too, is the paranoia.
That's what my problem is. Like I haven't smoked like because I've wanted to in like 6 or 7 years. But it's like I was doing like mushrooms like here and there. And like had a wicked bad fucking like panic attack while I was on mushrooms. And like anybody who's done that knows that like you just don't come down for like 8 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And
that's part of it is like if you start doing a psychedelic or something and like if you start to have bad thoughts or
you're fucked.
Yeah, because then or even thinking about the fact that you're going to be tripping for X amount of time and there's no way to get out of it.
And they just keep finding ways to make the shit stronger. Mm-hmm. Like, we were at a bar not that long ago. Well, it was probably like almost a year ago now. But I had just started vaping to try to get off smoking. And I was drunk and we were outside. And this kid had like a vape pen where what I thought was a vape. Which is kind of my fucking bad because I should have known better. But it was one of those dab pens.
Oh boy.
So he's passing it around and I'm like, well, sure, I guess I'll hit your vape. And I fucking ripped it. And I was like, ooh.
What kind
and
of
like
juice you
I
got
just
in this?
coughed my
Submerged?
fucking ass off.
Yeah.
And like after I coughed that hard, I realized I was like, holy fuck, that was not vape.
That was not nicotine.
Yeah.
That was,
And I remember like
about
just like
5 seconds later you're like, oh.
dude, I haven't like smoked weed in years, like I said, and it was just like I remember Chris was in the bar, so I was like, holy fuck, I'm fucking stoned, and like I'm already like freaking out because it automatically sketches me out. And I opened the door and I was like, I'm just gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna go see her. And I open the door and I look at her from like a distance. She gives me like just a wave, like, hey, come over. And I like I legitimately turned around, shut the door, and walked all the way home by myself. Dude, and she like comes home and like I'm on the fucking bathroom floor. Like my heart's just like, and like she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, not good. I was like, I smoked weed.
I see dead people.
Yeah, dude, that was a bad night, dude. Because like as soon as I walked off, I saw her, I shut the fucking bar door and I took off. And I remember like as I was walking, like I could feel my legs less and less. And I'm like, this is it. I was like, I'm gonna die. I was like, my heart's gonna fucking explode because my heart rate's so fucking hard right now. I go, I'm gonna die because I just hit some kid's dab pen on accident. Oh.
Yeah, dude,
you won't die. You're just gonna think you're gonna die.
Oh, that's the worst.
Dude, it's horrible.
That's like at the Sting, or outside the Sting, people smoke bowls and joints and shit and blunts and stuff. And I remember going out there once just to like take it, like smoke a bowl with a couple people, and I just sort of the same thing where I'm just coughing my ass off and it tastes really weird. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what was it? He's like, oh, I put some hash in there. It's like, oh, sweet.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, dude. And then it's just, you're over. It's it. There's only one person that I can like get that fucking high with. And it's Cass. Because nothing bad will ever happen if Cass is around because he's a trained killer.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, dude, I have this bike lock.
And a katana and shit. Like,
I have a bike lock on a lanyard. You're safe.
Cass is a good dude. I haven't seen him in a long time.
He's such a fucking
I remember
he's such a treasure, man.
He was like smoking salvia one day, like a wicked long time ago. And he like had just come off from this weird salvia trip. And then he started playing Gojira. And that was like the first time I ever heard Gojira. And that fucking band's so nasty.
Yeah.
He's done some shit, man.
Yeah, he has.
Going off on his little skateboard rides and
yeah.
I don't know
how you go like one day you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna skateboard.
Well, it wasn't it wasn't like he woke up and did. He could if he wanted to, probably.
Yeah, but at some point he had the idea.
I think he planned it for almost a year.
Yeah.
He was saving up a ton of money. And
Still, at some point you have the idea to skateboard across the entire country. It's a little fucking weird. That's how his mind works, though, you know?
just go.
It's a journey. I think that's what he wanted, you know? I think he also wanted, and he wanted to raise awareness. It's a good move. He knew he could do it.
I'll tell you where not to go. Los Angeles.
I was going to say, wherever they filmed the first 48.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Have you been?
I went to Los Angeles last month. And fucking...
It seems like such a cesspool, like...
Dude, I don't know how to describe it. So, like, part of it's really fucking nice. Like,
yeah.
Wherever the Hollywood is and shit.
Part of it's not.
Like, where all the celebs are, you got all the Hollywood Hills and shit. It's like, wow. You know, this is beautiful. But then downtown Los Angeles happens. Which is where our hotel was. And fucking... Dude, like, it's just like fucking shanty town. Like, they got fucking tents all over the side of the road and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to believe.
Well, it's a matter of fitting so many people in there. It's like...
Yeah, and then all these people go there with, like, nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I was homeless, I'd choose a city that was cheaper to live in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think beggars can be choosers in that situation.
Like, I see, like, all this homeless people in New York City, and... It's like fucking $1,500 a month for a fucking studio. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's giving you anything here anyway.
No.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get $1,500 a month?
No, they're sure as fuck not. I really don't understand how they're affording that.
I don't know how people with jobs can afford that.
No, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter how much you work. It's like, how the fuck do you afford that? And it's a fucking apartment, like a small ass apartment. Why would you? It's like
sketchy.
They almost like the status of living in New York City. Like,
that's what it's about. It's about like the hustle and the bustle.
But it's like it's like when you're paying that much for your fucking the bustle. It's
what the fuck?
It's like when you're paying that much to live somewhere. How do you have the money to spend on shit in the city? Right?
That's what I mean.
Like, how do you have time to spend in the city when you're working all the time just to have a fucking shitty apartment, like a Seinfeld apartment?
Right. Friends.
Yeah.
You live in the Friends apartment.
The friend zone.
The Friends. Yeah. God damn it.
I love that show. I've been watching that show every fucking night for some reason.
I've never seen that show.
No, it's funny. I think it's funny. Nothing special.
I fucking hate that show.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as King of the Hill.
Shut the fuck up.
It might be. It might. Yeah, it's not as bad as King of the Hill though.
King of the Hill isn't bad at all.
The only thing I like King of the Hill.
Friends is actually all right. I don't mind it.
It's not bad. I just don't like fucking like what the fuck's the other show the guy that King of the Hill made?
Beavis and Butthead. That show is fucking retarded.
It's stupid.
I fucking hate that show so much. It's like Seth's favorite show.
Yeah, it's
you really like that one?
He has a shirt over here somewhere.
It's not my favorite, but
it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's all he does.
Yeah, that's what it is. They used to like have like a bunch of them like compilations where they would just watch music videos and commentate on them. That was the whole thing.
They have those YouTube poops with like the King of the Hill. Those are fucking hilarious.
That's the best. They're the fucking best.
I don't get it. Like, I feel like it's just their editing is all it is, really.
Yeah, no, like because it was a thing before when YouTube was pure shit, and it was like there was no like copyright things. Like videos weren't getting taken down and stuff, so people were just like uploading shit and making it deranged and distorted, make fun of it.
Yeah, that's the internet, though. I mean, that's what they do.
Those are like the first memes, were the YouTube poops. They were like really popular for a while. Oh, Wes left his mug here.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, I think that's mine, actually.
Classic.
Does it say Jake on it?
No.
Yeah, it does. It says Wes slash Jake.
It says Wes. Formerly Jake's.
He just scratched it out.
Crosses it out with a fucking pencil.
Speaking of writing your names on things, Toy Story 4 is coming out.
I saw that.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. I'm more into like the Avengers thing right now. The Avengers look so good, dude.
What's that one?
Endgame.
They're all the same.
Have you seen them?
I've never. No.
Oh
I
my
don't watch.
God.
I don't watch superhero movies.
Dude, they're so good.
No, not a
oh my
fan.
god. Dude, they're so good.
And I've talked about this before. You want to know why I'm not a fan of superhero movies? Because
they're all the
before, well, they are all the same. But before, as a kid, when you're like reading comic books and shit, and you have like a shirt with like Wolverine on it, girls would make fun of you, and people would make fun of you because you're a little nerdy, little geeky, little.
Yeah,
bitch.
but fuck them.
But now, all the same people that used to pick on me and my buddies for like an X-Men and shit are the ones that are like, you gotta go see Avengers, dude.
Well,
I'm gonna go see Avengers 3
X-Men's
times.
still not very cool.
X-Men's the coolest.
Disagree.
Yeah, it's not Watchmen.
They don't make these things very easy.
You have to open it.
Just get a new one.
Why
not
this
doing
one
it
doesn't
right.
have riveted edges?
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Riveted.
I got it anyway.
That's the hard mode warhead.
Yeah.
No, actually, the main reason I watched a few of them. I've watched like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I liked the Deadpool movies, but that's not Avengers.
Well, they're all like chronologically.
They're supposed to be all connected.
They're connected. So, like, if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy,
I've only seen the
man.
Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the
Ant-Man.
second one. And Ant-Man and the
Goddamn.
Wasp.
those are part of it.
Yeah. They're all
Ant-Man
connected.
plays a big part in the Avengers Endgame because of the quantum realm.
Oh, the quantum realm. Now I get it.
He's the only one
Now it's all coming together.
that knows how to get to the quantum realm. So when Thanos snapped his finger and everybody poofed, fucking Ant-Man was in the quantum realm. So it didn't touch him.
That makes
And
sense.
thus Endgame.
Now I get it.
They said he's gonna crawl up Thanos' ass and expand.
That's all you need to
That's
do.
what I read. Did you? I read he's gonna shrink down to microscopic and crawl inside of Thanos' asshole
Seems
and then
like it could
expand
work.
really fast.
That actually seems like it could work.
You'll never see it coming.
Really?
Did
though.
you hear about that? I was
course he
hoping
is.
so.
It does seem like it could work, though.
I don't know. I like the big thing is that there's so many Marvel movies that if I wanted to like watch the Avengers, I would have to watch every single Marvel movie up until this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta be invested.
Yeah.
I think what gets for me is that like the writing that goes into that kind of like storyline is just insane. And I was talking to him recently.
Like the thing is, it's a lot of it's written for him already.
Right.
You know?
Well, yeah, with all the comics and shit. Like the coolest concept I think that I've seen as far as storytelling and fiction is the BioShock series. Like that's got
Yep.
one of the coolest fucking stories.
I've been playing BioShock, like,
And
the
it's
original
so in
BioShock.
depth. I just took the collection from them because I'm gonna play through them all.
Yeah,
Because I haven't beaten the Burial at Seas yet. But like
yeah.
the
those are
fact that
cool.
they put that much thought into a video game is crazy. I wish they'd make like a movie about it or something.
Yeah,
Avengers
The
BioShock.
thing is, like, that is a perfect example of like a game that has that sort of narrative. Like, it's an interactive movie with like a really good storyline. And I felt like Infinite was like, people didn't like Infinite, but they
We talked about
Should've.
this a few weeks ago, I thought.
because I
You and
felt
I
like
did.
Infinite like was a great way to explain all of it.
Well, what I didn't realize when I played Infinite the first time was that it's a prequel to Rapture, but it kind of it gets a little fucking weird.
They're all like sort of different dimensions, in
right?
A way.
Because the woman that's in Infinite is the person that figured out how to make the tears in the dimensions.
Yeah, and all the like the lighthouse towers. And
Mm-hmm.
shit. So they're all different dimensions, basically. So it's so cool in Infinite, like towards the end when you get into that room with all the fucking lighthouses.
Yeah. It's very cool. I don't know. I'm excited to play through them again.
I think a wicked awesome story for a video game if you haven't played it. Have you played Spec Ops The Line?
I have not.
Have you played that one?
I
Ken, have you played it?
I believe I played the demo and I heard the story of it.
The story is pretty cool. It's just it's like it starts off as like a very generic, Call of Duty type story,
Right.
but then you're the fucking characters you're playing as and the ones that are in your party like develop PTSD as the story goes on, and shit just gets crazier and crazier. Mm-hmm. That's a really good one. BioShock is definitely one of my favorites. Like just the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I like the second one a lot. I didn't really care for Infinite. I didn't think that the art style was that good. I think it should. I like the dark.
I kind of like the steampunk stuff, but they didn't want to do the same shit again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of did with Burial at Sea, where you go back to Rapture.
The gameplay was really good for Infinite, like the gunplay and stuff, but I just didn't like the art style. Just like
it's a little cartoony.
Yeah, like We Happy Few. Have you guys heard of that one?
Mm-hmm.
I just got that one, and I only played it for like 2 hours. Like I couldn't get past like the oil pastel aesthetic.
See, to me, that's like I wanted to only play it for the plot.
We Happy Few.
Yeah,
It kind of reminded me of BioShock a little bit.
It's like a dystopian, like everybody has to take these pills that makes them happy, and if you don't take them, the police make you disappear.
Well, it's like because it's a super shitty like post-apocalyptic world, basically.
Yeah.
And if you're on your pills, it seems like a normal fucking place, and everybody's happy and shit.
It's like
But I think what it is you discover, like you stop taking it, and you like discover like how shitty it actually is.
Yeah. Well, like, because it starts off and you're like you're a propaganda creator. So, like, they send you in articles for newspapers and, like, books and stuff, and you have to choose whether or not that they should be allowed to be read by the public. And then, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I definitely didn't finish it. Definitely am not going to finish it because I thought it was just going to be like a story-driven game like BioShock, but it's actually an open-world game with crafting and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of crafting.
Doing that. Like,
I was so disappointed when that happened. I thought it was going to be
some people like linear games. They just have a straight-through. Like, that's something I'm starting to miss because a lot of companies are going for, like, the open-world concept.
I felt like BioShock was, like, enough to where, like they'll walk you through a lot of missions,
semi-open,
but there's sort of like there's certain areas where you're like they're like, oh, collect this and this.
They
and
want
this
you to
different
find
areas.
things, but they're still gonna show you the way. Like it's still got. You need to be in a certain place at a certain time.
Yeah, you can explore, and sometimes you have to on higher difficulties when like ammo is super scarce and shit.
Yeah,
because even in the normal difficulties on BioShock, you run out of ammo pretty often.
And I don't think enough people talk about how scary those games are. At least the first one. It has like a very, very solid survival horror.
Yeah. Like right towards the beginning, you like walk up to this lady that's talking to a
crib, right?
Yeah. Like
or a stroller.
It's like a stroller. And you think it's a baby. She's like talking to it, and then you kill her and walk up to it, and it's a fucking pistol.
Yeah. I don't know if this is just me too, but I've always felt that like linear storyline games where you can collect things like BioShock and shit have more replayability than like an open world game. Because like, I mean, depending on what the game is, I guess like Red Dead 2, I beat pretty much like 100% of it besides finding some of the collectibles and shit.
Yeah.
But like, they did that whole like interact with the AIs and shit, and it's super cool. But like, going back through again to play it, like I haven't been just walking around talking to random people and shit. You know what I mean?
It's always very overwhelming when there's a bunch of NPCs that you have to talk to get missions, and that's like you talk to this person and you get another quest, but you're already on one, and you're like, fuck, like now I have to worry about this too.
That's
like,
why I've never been into like the Oblivion games or whatever, Skyrim and stuff.
Yeah.
He loves them. I don't know.
I bet I would like. I have never played all of Skyrim, and I've been thinking about getting it, but it never goes on sale.
Yeah,
it's good apparently.
I love. My big thing with Skyrim is how crazy it was when that game came out. Like, because I've always liked the Fallout games, and the same guy, like Bethesda makes Fallout, and they do all the Elder Scrolls games. And like,
that's the thing is Skyrim's definitely wicked good because it drew in an audience that didn't play those games before.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now they...
Bethesda's under some shit, though, for that last one I heard.
76, yeah. I think they're apparently it's finally playable, was what I read this past week.
The only thing I heard was that they were selling bags, like they were promoting these bags that were supposed to be sold with the video game if you ordered like a special edition or something.
Canvas duffel bags, right?
And they had sent somebody like it was like aluminum, like basically like aluminum foil, fucking like duffel bags.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's just a stupid idea.
And then they
place.
Instead of refunding everybody, they just gave them $5 of in-game credit.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And you get to keep the money.
Yeah, but then they did refund them, and then like all their information got leaked.
That's what it was too. They did end up. This is parroted from Kenny because we don't have a microphone on him. We don't have one for him. They did refund everybody, and then there was everybody's personal information was leaked out.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
How is that not super? Like, how can? I feel like everyone should have been able to fucking just sue them.
A class action lawsuit.
Yeah,
probably.
Dude, Bethesda would be going under.
That'd be it.
That'd be the end.
And then EA would buy the Fallout franchise and just drive it into the ground.
Yeah.
Like you would go to like a vendor to buy armor, and it's like, oh, you have to. You already bought too much armor with in-game money.
No, Epic would just buy them out so they get everybody's personal information.
Yeah,
because that's
Epic
all
is
they
doing
want.
that shit too. That's fucked up
for some reason.
Did you see Epic's Game Store has a thing now where if you launch it on your computer,
it's reading like Steam info.
It goes and accesses all your Steam information and your friends list and game data and stuff.
Yeah, which it doesn't need at all.
No,
because it's supposed to be a standalone game fucking launcher.
Yeah, so I don't want that shit on my fucking computer. Fuck that.
Yeah, I immediately got rid of it. It's also there's nothing on the Epic Game Store that's worth having.
No,
because it's just for people who play Fortnite, really.
But yeah, I think you would probably like. I don't know. I think you should give Skyrim a chance.
I'm down.
I'm definitely gonna.
I really think you should.
Like I said, I just want it to go on sale. I'm not spending $30 to $60
right.
on it. It's been out for how fucking long? I don't care if it's remastered.
8 years.
I'm not fucking paying that much for it.
I think it's 40.
That's still a lot, dude, for a game that's that old. I mean,
that's what I mean. Like, I get that it's remastered, but even if
it's either 30 or 40.
It's
because I think I was gonna buy it the other day, and I think it was 30.
It's like I'll pay if it goes 50% off. I'll buy it at $15, $20.
See, I had the benefit of having Skyrim on my computer already, so when they remastered it, I got it for free.
Like,
see, that's why I have BioShock Remastered, because they just gave me it because I had the first BioShock on Steam.
What decides if a game's worth its value over an 8-year span of time? Like, if just people are still playing
because people are still buying it at that price.
I guess it's pretty much that.
That's why the Grand Theft Auto games
I bought fucking NHL 19 like 2 weeks ago.
Wait, how much was it?
Like $20.
Where?
On the fucking Xbox store.
What?
No, I bought it for $17.99.
What?
It's a good game.
God damn it!
I get the sports games; they're always kind of the same.
That's part of the reason.
But it's the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. 19. Like, if you want to get the newest Madden,
I didn't play 18.
It's dope though, right?
It's good.
That's the thing is, if you want to buy the newest Madden, just wait until the Super Bowl because it's going to go on sale.
Well, that's how I got 19. It was on EA Access because I have that. So I'm probably going to get NHL 19 when it goes on EA Access because it'll be free. Well, not free, but it's $5 a month, which is so worth it. I've said this before. If you're spending $5 a month for a membership, that's $60, which is one game.
Right.
So I'm spending $5 a month and I get all the sports games, which is all I play now anyway. It's all I have the patience for.
I like the NHL. I like try to play Madden and I try to tell myself I enjoy it, but I'm just not very fucking good at it because I just don't have the time to fucking figure out plays and how it's all fucking. But I like the FIFA games are pretty fun from what I've seen. NBA.
The thing with Madden is you'll get an idea of what routes work.
Right.
So like you'll know exactly
Slants.
what plays are gonna work. Yeah, just run quick slants. Yeah, I do a lot of those, or I do like a lot of corner routes, so that like you can just, if you throw the ball at the right time, you're always gonna hit. Like throw it right when the guy's about to cut, and he's almost always open. Thing about the new Madden games is the defense is way tougher now than it used to be.
Playing defense or playing against the defense?
Playing against the defense AI is way better. Because I mean, a couple years ago, you could just put up 70 points against somebody. Because
I really wish they would do a thing, and I was talking to Seth about NHL earlier because I was talking about the franchise mode, how like your characters have morale, or not characters, your players on your team have morale, and like certain players like other players more. So if you have them on the same line, they get boosted. They should have that with Madden, where like certain players on your team like other players more than others, as they would naturally. So like they get a charisma or a confidence boost or a chemistry boost or something. Because like that's the cool thing about NHL, where like when I don't know if you do the franchise mode,
it would be like a locker room rating basically.
Well, yeah, like you'll play a game and it'll be like, you know, your first line left wing he only got 3 shots. And he's like, I'm kind of pissed that I only got 3 shots, and you can either be like, oh well, we'll try and get you more involved next game, or you can be an asshole and be like, oh well, that's because you didn't get in a position to shoot more.
Right.
And then depending on how that player is. If you pat their back and it works.
So you haven't played 19 yet? The only thing that I found about it that I wasn't huge on was, so they made breakaways extremely difficult to score on, which is fine, because if you got a breakaway, pretty much 90% of the time you were scoring, and I heard that was the case for 18 and everything.
Oh, it totally is.
Because you always
they made
you always get
breakaways
to the goalie,
you do like,
and then
back in.
Yeah.
You cannot, it's like, you can do it, but it's way harder to score. But then they added in where, like, if you have a breakaway essentially, and you say you have like 1 or 2 people defending, you're coming down like the right end with the puck, and you have a teammate coming down on the left side. Like, you just wait until like you're like a foot or 2 in front of the goal, and then pass it over.
One-timer.
It's a one-timer. They constantly go in every single time.
Oh.
Like, you can't miss it, and like they can't defend it, and you can't defend it essentially. But it's good for you on offense, but it's bad for you on defense because they're going to score every single time.
The one thing I found, because I haven't played an NHL game since like 15, 14. I don't know. What was the first,
still.
whatever the first one was that was on Xbox was the last one I had. Xbox
Probably
One.
15. I mean,
15
I only got
probably.
it because I needed an NHL game. It was the cheapest one. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to get 15.
And I found that with the one-timers, and at least in 18, you have to time it right. So, like, you can't just pass it and then, like, push forward on the stick. You have to, like, time it so right when the puck is in front of him. And that's what pisses me off, because I'll have a one-timer perfect, and then I'll
miss
go to do it. No, he won't even swing his stick. He'll just freeze there with the stick in his hand.
That's happened to
That
me.
shit, that gets me so
I'm pretty sure in
tilted.
15, like, I was missing them. Like, I'd be late on it, and it would just go into the corner and roll around the boards.
My favorite one was 10. I don't know why. That's the one I played for years. I think I still have it. No, it was the regular NHL. Actually, it might have been 2K10.
2K made good games.
Yeah. It might have been 2K10. It had I think it had Patrick Kane on the cover. It was like after the Blackhawks won their first Stanley Cup.
Yeah, 2K. I wish that like they could make, even if they just like took the AAF license or something and made a football game.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
You played 2K19.
They need. That's like the problem. Is at least like even NBA 2K has competition in NBA Live, even if they're not as good.
And NBA Live is getting really good though.
That's the thing though, is like they're pushing
really
them.
good.
They're always pushing them to get better. There's no one that does that for Madden. Like they don't get pushed to be any better. They can just keep pushing out the same shit.
Well, because they're gonna sell.
It's the only game you can buy. There's no other football game that's coming out still.
Oh, right. They had that one football game. It was like just all physics based. What was that called? Backbreaker.
That one was cool.
That looked promising.
I couldn't play it for shit, but yeah, I watched you play it all the time.
It's cool. It's tough. It's hard to play. I mean, it's like it's a low camera.
Yeah.
And you have to physically like turn and look at receivers to throw to them. So it's definitely, it was a physics engine like showcase is what it was.
Yeah. Which it was cool, but
Yeah.
It's not gonna be EA in sales.
No.
Well, what they should do is buy the fucking rights, or be able to use the Euphoria engine, and just make the tackles like that.
Well, you know what I'm wondering is if what's the new football company? AAF. Whoever decides to buy the rights to that company first. Because EA doesn't own AAF, right?
That's what I mean. I think 2K should just go ahead.
Jump on it. At least get the rights and then develop a fucking game.
Yeah. I don't know if they're affiliated with the NFL or what it is. If the NFL has rights to it. If
I think the
Players
NFL
Association
owns part of it.
Yeah. And I don't know if the AAF has a union, like a players union. They have to, right?
Yeah.
So it's complicated.
Because they use, like...
You could go XFL, right?
I heard that was coming back.
Yeah.
Next year.
So if they come back, 2K could say, hey.
Who
2K,
makes the
XFL 2K.
WWE games?
2K.
2K does make them. There you go.
XFL 2K20.
Yeah, let's do it.
Book it.
I haven't played a wrestling game since fucking that one for the Nintendo 64.
That's the only one you need.
Yeah. NWO.
NWO.
WCW NWO World Tour.
That's such a good game. 2K.
Yeah, 'cause it has Ultimo Dragon.
That's, yeah.
Legends of Wrestling for PS2.
I remember
Oh, we
that
did
game.
play Red.
Legends
Yeah,
of
that's
Wrestling
right.
was the one where they all had like Gears of War upper bodies.
I don't remember that
It
one.
was kind of cartoony and shit. It had like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. It had like all the fucking old school guys.
I miss Twisted Metal, dude. I think we were talking about this a while ago.
Yeah, Twisted
The
Metal.
Twisted
was
Metal
cool.
games were fucking sweet.
I don't know. There's franchises that should come back. It's like, but it seems like every time a franchise comes back, it's not as good as what it was, and I feel like I don't know. A lot of companies want to make changes to them. And, I don't know.
I was gonna ask, have you played the new 2K NBA 2K?
I have not. No. It looks good though, dude.
Yeah.
The graphics.
The
are
graphics for the
incredible.
2K games they get crazier and crazier every time.
Yeah.
I remember back in like 2009, 2K made that boxing game, or maybe that was EA. I don't know.
Was it Fight Night or was it?
Yeah, it was probably. I think it was Fight Night. I think that's EA.
Yeah, it is.
But the graphics on those games back then even were like insane.
round 4.
Yeah, I think that's what
I
it
think it
was.
was round 4.
That was a good game, but no, I have not.
I haven't either. I haven't played one since I played 18 a little bit because I got it for free. They gave it out for free for a weekend.
Yeah,
It was when I went to buy NHL. They were both on sale for like the
it's
same.
probably
price.
a 2K publisher sale thing,
Yeah.
which means BioShock was probably on sale too.
Oh. Yeah, but if I see a game for like $20, 90% of the time I'll grab it. But I haven't paid full price for a video game in like fucking years.
I will though on Tuesday when the show 19 comes out.
And like 90% of the time, if I want to play a game, he has it, and I just steal
Right, yeah.
it. You know.
I want to get Sekiro Shadows Die Twice so bad. That's the next game I got to get.
Metro. Have you played that?
The new one? Or in general?
Yeah.
Exodus.
The new one.
No, wait.
It looks
haven't
good.
played it.
I heard it was amazing.
I always wanted to try the Wolfenstein games too.
I almost just
Wolfenstein
want to
games are
play the
great.
original Metro games again, like the 2033 and Last Light.
Yeah, they're on Game Pass. I've got them.
They're so good.
They're really good. The Wolfenstein games are wicked sweet though. Like the New Order.
I saw one
I've played
where
some
like
of
you're
it.
in a meeting with Hitler or something,
Yeah,
and it looked fucking awesome. I was like, "That's sick."
yeah. The guys, Bethesda made those.
Did he?
Bethesda,
Or did
yeah. Because they did the Doom games too.
it's like that's kind of like Max Payne kind of, right? Like slow mo
Yeah.
stuff, not
just
third
like,
person.
crazy ultra violence.
Yeah, yeah. And there's like a giant weapon wheel where you always have shit
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
And it's fast paced. It's like the old games from the 90s, like
Mm-hmm.
like Wolfenstein and Doom from the 90s. How it's just fast paced, crazy guns, killing Nazis and robots and shit. I can't imagine why people were so pissed about that when those came out. Like, these games are too violent. It's like, yeah, but you're killing Hitler. Like, how is that a bad
I
thing?
know. I thought people didn't like Nazis.
You know what's violent? The Holocaust. Like that's violence.
Yes, Christian.
You know, like I've never understood anybody that like attributes like real life violence to video games. I don't see it.
No.
If you're mentally, if you have,
I think there's
You're fucked up.
definitely
if you're gonna do that in real life, regardless if you've been playing video games or not.
If you're actually going to act out on it. I think there's definitely things like when you look at like GTA 5 and you see the way people play it, everybody plays it sort of differently.
Yeah.
So like there's definitely there's characteristics there.
Like a
you can
psycho
tell
meter?
someone's you can tell someone's like tendencies.
Like when I play it,
But-
I like choose a woman to stalk and I take pictures of her. And
yeah,
and I
exactly.
stalk her across the whole city. And
This
I
goes
stomp her
on
dog
for
to
like
death.
5 hours.
Yeah.
It's literally like a 20-minute thing where I stalked this woman from one side of the city to the other while she walked her
She
dog.
never
Yeah.
even knew.
No. I stomped her dog to death in an alley and then let her run away and get like a head start, and I chased her. And then eventually she stopped running and I kept following her.
Well, what does that say about you?
I was really bored.
But like, yeah, but when I'm bored, that's not what I do though in that game. See, that's what I mean.
Oh, I
But
just
the
got
thing
done.
is-
That's when
I
you
just got
start
done
looking up
watching
ball pits.
I just got done watching American
Well, there's also
Psycho,
the guy
too.
that like drives the speed limit in GTA. So like that guy's not going to do
Stops
shit.
at all the
That's the
stop
guy
lights.
that's gonna kill people. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
if he's playing a game where you can kill however many people you want, and he's not doing that. What do you think he's doing when he's not playing games?
Right. So in real
He's
life,
killing
you're not
people.
supposed
He's
to
killing
kill
all
people.
He's running stop signs.
Yeah.
He's driving like 3 miles per hour over the speed limit.
But yeah, I watched American Psycho and then I played GTA 5. That was the main factor.
I want to watch American Psycho because I've never
Never
seen it and I've
Oh
heard
my
great
God, that
things
movie's
about
so good. It's definitely a good movie to watch with a lady.
it. Is it?
No. Oh, but you totally should. It'd be
Oh
funny.
yeah, I'll ask her. I'm down. We've been watching that show. It's kind of a chick thing, but it's good. It's called You. It's on
It's
Netflix.
got Chris D'Elia in it.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure
I don't know.
in certain episodes.
Is he just in the background somewhere?
He's just like waving in the background, getting bags.
No, but it's about like a stalker. And he
Extra
like
paper.
stalks this girl, and all these girls are like. I remember like after the show premiered and shit, or after we watched it, I didn't really pay attention to it at first, but we were seeing on the internet all this shit about how girls are like, oh, you shouldn't like want to be with the main character of this show because he's a stalker and that's not good.
Yeah,
This is the problem with the world.
and that's not good.
I don't know. If she wants to watch that, I'm sure American Psycho can't be too bad.
Yeah, you should be good. Plus, Christian Bale's in it, and he's fucking so sexy in that movie.
He is a wicked good fucking actor.
Yeah.
I watched a movie with him and like Hugh Jackman recently, and it had like such a good twist.
Was it,
Was it The
the one
Mechanist?
about the magicians?
Yes, what the fuck was it called? It was called
Prestige.
The
The
Prestige.
Prestige.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
such a good
That
movie.
is a wicked good fucking movie.
I don't think I've finished. I don't think I've
You should
seen
finish it. The last part. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing.
When you get to the Prestige,
Yeah.
that's the good part.
No,
it.
yeah.
We watched, Wes and I watched Hereditary last night. Did you see that yet?
I don't think so. What's it about?
Oh, I can't say.
It's a spoiler.
It's a scary movie.
Is it a new one?
Yeah, it came out
Okay.
last summer.
The last?
spoiler.
If you have Amazon Prime,
I do.
it's on Amazon Prime
Is it?
for free.
Ooh.
So check that
There
one
you
out.
go. That's what you gotta do.
I can't tell you anything about it because there's no fat in that movie. There's not a single part of that movie that doesn't connect to anything
That doesn't
else.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I can't just be like, oh, this happens or this happens or.
Did you guys see Get Out when it came out?
Yeah.
I didn't see it until afterwards.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but he's making a new movie.
It just came
Us.
out.
Did it?
We saw that Thursday night.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's got Tim Heidecker.
It's pretty-
Does it really?
was pretty.
Yeah.
Tim Heidecker's in it?
Yeah, he's like a relative.
He's like a main character,
Yeah.
kind of.
Is he really?
Yeah, like a secondary character. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I
gotta see it.
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't as unsettling as Get Out, but it had scary moments.
I heard that, and like I
It's like a
don't think it's
group
gonna
of-
ruin
like
anything.
A bunch of doppelgangers, right?
Yeah, basically.
But I heard
like
it has
skinwalkers.
something to do with one of the characters' lives. That's what I heard.
Spoilers.
Without spoiling, I heard that like those people that are like they're the same. I heard
They're
it
the same
had
people.
something to do with the like mom or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, and so don't say
Yeah.
anything.
Why don't they
I don't
just
think-
Why don't they just kill the mom, and then that's it?
You gotta watch the movie. It was good. It was really good. Wasn't as it was a better. It was more of a mystery thriller rather than a Get Out was like a straight up like thriller. Get Out was a straight up thriller movie.
Yeah.
And Us was more of like a mystery suspense. Like The Strangers.
I don't think I saw that either.
I think I've seen that one.
Or
That one was strange.
You're Next. Have you seen You're Next?
No, Beggy. Like I don't watch a lot of the scarier movies. I watched Witch. Remember that? You were telling me to watch that.
Oh, the people that made the people that made The Witch did Hereditary.
So is it more of like an artsy horror movie?
It's a really weird one, yeah.
Because I found Witch kind of hard to follow because it is kind of like more like artsily directed.
It's a suspense movie. Like
yeah,
it's definitely a horror movie, but like it's just you're uncomfortable. It seems like
the whole time. Yeah, Hereditary is that, but way fucking worse.
What's the what time period does it take place in?
Present day.
A present day. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like basically, like
so
all I can tell you about Hereditary is that like this family, like the main character, her mom dies. The family's grandmother dies, and it's like all of them trying to grieve differently, and it just gets.
We should make a movie where it's present day, but like
it really hits. It really hits hard because everybody can relate to a family member passing away. So you kind of like you're already unsettled because you're like, oh my god, this is what like my household was like when like, you know, my grandpa died. You know,
right.
Like, my dad felt this way, my mom felt this way, my sister was like this, I was like this. So you're like identify with all the characters throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And then it's just, you know, like The Witch, like you're just uncomfortable the whole time. The Witch, I liked The Witch, but I didn't enjoy it. Does that make sense?
Like
that's how I felt at the end of it. Like I didn't like I was like I probably won't watch this again.
I'm not gonna watch it again. No.
But like I enjoyed it when I watched it.
Yeah.
But like looking back, I was like, fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
it's because there's only like 2 scenes where you see anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a better version.
So
of
in the way that they present those 2 scenes, you're like, oh shit! Like it's kind of fucking.
It's like way in your
scarring
face.
And yeah.
And I think as you get older too, like that suspense is more than like you don't see a lot of good horror movies anymore. So like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't want to bring like the 80s movies aren't really scary anyway, but like.
It's because nowadays, like, you got to go with practical effects. It seems like because like back then it was like
I don't find like monsters and like shit like that's where I think Halloween had it right in the beginning, where like it's just this guy that's stalking this person because it's so realistic. Like that kind of shit could happen to you. So like a movie like I saw,
it wasn't too like over the top,
right? There's this one movie that I saw that was super fucked up, but I can't remember the name of it.
The Terrifier?
No, it's about this. The original one is in a different language, but they remade it, I think in like England somewhere, and it's about these 2 rich kids and like this rich family that go out to like their camp, and these 2 rich kids go break into their house and like tie them all up and shit.
Friday the 13th.
Funny Games?
The Funny Games.
Yeah.
That one.
The original was German.
Now I heard the original is way more fucked up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Hush is another movie that's like that. This woman's like deaf. And this guy's like stalking her and he's in her house and shit, and like the only way she knows is because like she has like Willow webcam set up around her house and shit. That's kind of cool.
I did see Hush. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to be able to hear.
I liked
That's the key.
Knock Knock. Did you see that one?
I saw Knock Knock.
That was the one where they break. That's the one where they break into Keanu Reeves' house, thinking they're gonna fuck him up, right?
Yeah, that movie is so fucking.
They break into Keanu Reeves' house thinking they're gonna fuck him up, and then he ends up being the psychopath, right? Was that Knock Knock, or was that a different
Knock
one?
Knock? The girls like. They end up like. I don't think anybody ever really gives a fuck if we spoil this one because it's not good, but like, they like. Basically make him have an affair with them, and then they kill him because he had an affair with them.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Which one? What was the other one that you were saying? Because I feel like I saw that one too.
What
Keanu Reeves' house.
The one you thought Knock Knock was.
The one where they break in. Oh my! Don't breathe.
Don't breathe
is that one? They
good.
break into this guy's house, and he ends up being a serial killer, and then like.
There's another movie just like that is called like
The Spiderwick Chronicles.
Yeah. No, it's like The Best Guest or something like that. And this guy's like a burglar, or he's like running away from a robbery he just did. And he like somehow makes this guy, he thinks that he's like tricking this guy into believing that he knows one of his friends. But when he gets into his house, he like finds out that this guy's like
Not a
super
good guest.
fuck't up.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Doesn't sound
There's a
like
lot
he's
of
the
good
best
movies.
guest.
I liked Creep. Did you see Creep? As the guy from the
Oh
League
yeah,
in it.
from is it the one with the dude from Lord of the Rings?
The one from the League.
No, I'm thinking of Maniac or something like that.
Yeah, Maniac was the one with that. I actually was just talking to somebody at the nursing home about this last time I was working there. Maniac is about. Have you seen Maniac?
That
Brian
one's
showed
crazy.
us that movie where
don't think
fucking Elijah Wood
Yeah.
plays as this guy that like makes wigs and stuff, and
Yeah,
he
he's
has
got, like,
mannequins and stuff.
shit all over.
And what he does is he stalks women and cuts off their scalp and staples it to the mannequins. And then he fucks the mannequins because he thinks they're real. That's a good one.
That's so funny. It's like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah. It's like a fever dream.
Yeah, most Twilight episodes are about cutting off people's scalps, I think.
Well, have
Fuck
you
'em.
seen Gerald's Game?
No.
No?
I've heard of
That's
it though.
a wicked good one. That's a good one to watch with the lady.
I mean, the Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Still have to watch it. Fucking pissed off at myself.
It's a fucked up movie.
It's a
I wanna
great
watch it
movie.
so
I feel
bad.
like that director directed a lot of fucked up movies.
Was it
He
Kubrick?
did 2011. Yeah.
He did like
2001.
Caligula and shit.
Yeah. He was definitely fucking out there.
He's up there with like Cronenberg and like David Lynch.
Yeah.
Back to
was, like-
porno. That's one thing that I was going to bring up when you guys were talking. It seems like the production value of pornos back in the 70s are way more than they were now. Like they were building like feature fucking movies out of these fucking
Oh
things.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they had
Well,
scripts.
Debbie Does Dallas.
The difference
That's
is
what I mean.
now they know they're appealing to people with shorter attention spans. You know,
They could sell VHS tapes, like full 2-hour
Yeah.
fucking movies.
films like they used to be able to do that.
Right.
Now it's
not
like
there
people, you know, they just want to jizz.
Well, now all those movies are on the internet anyway, so you can
Yeah.
just look them up.
you know they know that you're gonna get it done within 15 minutes, and all they need is
Send
15
it out.
minutes.
I mean, and I assume a lot of people are clicking around too during
Yeah.
this session.
That's what I mean.
Well, I
It's
always open up like 4 or 5 tabs before I start.
Jesus Christ. All private tabs.
Oh no, I don't use any incognito.
No, he
mode.
doesn't,
I'm not a fucking bitch. It'd be like Jake. Like I hand someone my phone. They'd be like, if I use incognito, they'd go to my internet browser. They'd be like, wow, Jake doesn't watch any porn. They'd be like, what the fuck? What's going on?
right. That's a
This
little
isn't
suspicious.
That's
right?
more suspicious. You know, like
Something's going on.
you know,
'Cause
like
then you
if-
don't know. Then you think they're watching way too much.
It's just, I mean, it's not a big deal. People
How
watch
many
porn.
tabs do you have open right now?
20.
Oh,
Not all of them are porn though.
18.
I
of
can
them
count
are.
out how many are porn though. I think most of them are probably 1, 2.
well, Jake's counting. We'll do this. Just a quick plug.
Just quick plug here.
Only 6 of them are porn.
Oh,
The
that's
other
not
ones are
bad.
all. I was
Six.
looking. I was looking up. I was looking up NHL records.
Today's episode is brought to you by the number 6.
I was looking up records for NHL because I
yeah.
wanted to break all the rookie records.
What the fuck?
Classic.
I'll talk to her.
Snapchat.
No.
They should do a
God damn it.
they should do a horror movie about a dude who haunts,
Answer it. Just
haunts
answer it.
somebody's
You're good.
Twitter.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
I'm over Seth's.
Turn it up.
Yeah, turn it up so I can hear it.
Turn it up so we can snoop on the phone call.
Tell her I said hi.
Next week. No. Alright. How long approximately? I'll just have Kenny go unlock the door.
He's gonna unlock the door.
Because we're doing this thing.
We're right in the thick of it.
Yes. Alright, I'll help you. Just give me a minute. Can we cut? Can we take 5?
Yeah, we'll take it 5.
Alright,
We'll just have,
I'll come
we'll just
down.
have
How
Kenny-
long do you think
we'll
you're
just
gonna
have
be?
Kenny slip in.
Yeah.
We
Just
can just,
have
we'll
Kenny-
just have
All right,
Kenny slip
we're
in.
gonna Kenny, come slip in.
All right, slip on in.
Slip in here.
Well, we gotta take a break anyway, don't we? We're over an hour.
We're gonna take a slip.
We're gonna take a slip break.
Yeah, that'll be good because I want to smoke a cigarette anyway.
Well, we'll just slip. No,
Well,
we
you
can
gotta
just
let-
slip. We'll slip Kenny in.
Kenny,
start
slip
the-
Kenny in.
He's been hanging
We'll start the new one with Kenny in it.
Get the boobies out and flying around.
The boobies out flying around.
All right, slip in. Sorry. Always. What
does she
Always
need?
gotta do it.
She needs me to unlock my car.
Unlock
Oh
the
my
car.
god.
You don't have a remote button thing?
No, because it broke.
Oh, Jesus
I have another
Christ.
one,
Technology. All right, we'll be back with Ken Dog and more Christian. ClearShotsPodcast.com is where you'll find links to everything we do. You can check us out on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and check us out on Periscope for live videos. If you have anything you want to ask us, send us an email at clearshotspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time.